let's go from Columbia Pictures Michael Bay to Disney Michael Bay. On our second Touchstone Pictures film for Disney's New Year, let's take a look at Pearl Harbor. I've not read much about the history of the Pearl Harbor War or the World War II, so I can't fully know how super accurate historically it is. But from what I can see from the movie, I probably would say 81% of it is historically accurate. And I'll review this as a movie itself. And wow, I thought this movie was really, really, really good. Now, I know this film, it had mixed reviews, especially for the romantic parts. But to me, the romantic parts were a little touching, and they don't fully rush, fully focus on the movie because there's only like two subplots. Like the first one is like this first subplot is like about Rafe and Evelyn's first meeting where they set a romance together, which is a pretty good romance. And then later, Rafe and his buddy Danny go to the Pearl Harbor battleship and train for the war between the Americans and the Japanese. But then later Rafe gets quote unquote killed, and then Danny lives with Evelyn, and then the more they live together, the more together they start to get together. And surprisingly still very touching romance still. And then later Riff returns 3 months later, and Riff gets happy when seeing Evelyn back, but gets a little pissed off at Danny when he discovers they were together for 3 months. And then later, Rafe goes to a Hawaiian party with his buddies, but Rafe and Danny still have a argue and fighting together because Danny's with Evelyn now and got her pregnant too. But then probably what I want to say probably like the part that got me a lot outside of the ending was when the Japanese destroyed the battleships and the Pearl Harbor stuff. Because they go all out destroying the battleships and the nurse places and taking people's lives. That's like really, really intense moments. It got me a lot of hard emotion, especially during the speech moment after the attack. There are a lot of bags of bloody corpses, and everyone going to the nurse is dying and have blood over them. It's really, really sad. I feel bad for these. I'll say people. I don't want to say characters since this is an historical movie. And then later they come up with a plan to win the war, and Alec Baldwin returns to the movie and leads up the military to stop the Japanese. And honestly, the way the movie ends is pretty epic. I will not give away anything. But it starts off like a pretty epic climax, then a pretty emotional sacrifice, then a pretty touching ending with something uh, that's similar to the opening with young red flying planes, and this movie ends something with similar situation. And I really like the actors in the movie, like Ben Affleck, and whoever plays Denny did a good job, and Kate Beckinsale as Evelyn is pretty good as this love interest character for both Ref and Denny. And she's a good character too. And there's some good actors in the movie. I really thought they were decent, like Michael Shannon as Goose. No, not related to Top Gun. Or Jen Garner for a brief, small appearance. And Alec Baldwin as Doolittle. It's pretty good actors. And I honestly like Red because he's very funny, like trying to communicate. He's very funny. I really like Red. But yeah, Pearl Harbor to me, at least to me, is a very emotional, epic, historical war movie. And I think you should have a great time with the movie. It's only 3 hours long, which might be too long, but it deserves it. So, yeah, that is my look on Pearl Harbor.